Sorry, what? She didn't even know that she was coming to the lawyer's office to get a divorce. That just wouldn't happen. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video with the Legal Queen, where we talk all things family law. For those of you that don't know who I am a family law solicitor with over 20 years of experience, still practicing. Recently, I've been watching this great BBC legal drama called The Split. It's all about a family law solicitor and her mother, who's a family law solicitor, and divorce dramas, but played out on the BBC. Called The Split, for those of you that have watched it, and I'm sure there's been a few of you. Thought I would do a reacts video to it, simply because it's very close to my heart. Gonna start with Series 1, Episode 1, and don't forget, guys, if you enjoy, like and subscribe.
Did you tell her? David Mackenzie.
So that's the main character. She's Hannah Stern. She is a family law solicitor and she works for a big firm in the city. She is about to go into a consultation with a brand new client.
Mr. and Mrs. Mackenzie, Hannah Stern, senior partner. And this is my junior solicitor, Maggie Lavelle.
As a family law solicitor, you would not see Mr. and Mrs. Mackenzie. Straight away, there's a conflict of interest there. We can only represent one client at a time, either Mr. Mackenzie or Mrs. Mackenzie. You certainly wouldn't be inviting them both to your office to have a chat with them. It's not as if Hannah does any other law. She's just family law. So she knows full well that there's going to be either a divorce or maybe a prenup or a postnup. Something's coming up that she can only represent one client. So why we've got two in the room is beyond me.
So perhaps you'd like to bring me up to speed.
Bring me up to speed? What's going on? When I watched this for the first time, I thought, what do you mean bring me up to speed? Clearly, you're a matrimonial lawyer. We should only be looking at one person here.
Thank you.
Baby. This is my new lawyer, Goldie Love. She's going to help me.
With what?
With our divorce.
Sorry, what? She didn't even know that she was coming to the lawyer's office to get a divorce. That just wouldn't happen. Prior to Mr. and Mrs. Mackenzie arriving, you would be asking, what's the consultation about? If it's a divorce, you can only come on your own. You certainly wouldn't be allowing this to happen. He's literally just thrown his wife under the bus. She has no idea that she's going to get a divorce. And he's telling her in front of what he thinks is going to be his new divorce lawyer.
We'll find you one of your own, of course.
Orcs. Clearly, Hannah has no idea that was going to happen. She now doesn't know where to look, doesn't know where to put herself. What is she going to do? Okay, coffee's gone all over the table. If that were me and my trainee solicitor, I would literally leave the room. I'd be like, guys, you obviously need a moment. Let's give you some privacy. Let's go. Plus, my skirt's all wet now with the coffee.
You've been an exemplary wife, and I can't fault you as a mother. You'll be recompensed. You'll get a healthy allowance, pay for your travel, be a small income from your shares. We should tell.
It's a private moment. We don't need the lawyers there for a private moment. This woman is just being told by her husband that he doesn't love her anymore and that he wants a divorce. Why are they still sat at the table watching this?
The children soon. I think they already suspect. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Oh my God. When I first watched this, I was like, please get up from the table and go.
Love you anymore.
Mrs. Mackenzie, why not take a breath? She had no representation. She didn't even know why she was there.
So you ended the meeting.
Yeah, of course.
Set up another with Mr. Mackenzie alone.
I'm going to let this play because what's about to happen is how I think a lot of lawyers get a reputation for being expensive or over exaggerating their bills. And it's not the case for every firm, but letting you take a look at almost a behind the scenes of what goes on.
He can instruct us formally on his divorce.
I don't do circus. This will be circus.
Who doesn't love a circus?
Never have. Hate clowns.
Your mother warned me. You prefer to encourage settlements. You don't burn up enough hours in court.
So what her boss is saying there is, you prefer settlements, Hannah. You prefer the more ethical route of trying to get a couple to amicably agree how the finances are going to be split. However, that's not good business. That's not going to earn us enough money for the firm. And what he's saying is, you need to burn up more hours in court. In other words, keep them fighting. Keep the drama at a peak, because the more that you do that, the more that we can charge.
There's a certain paradox in a divorce lawyer who's actually averse to divorce.
I'm not averse.
He is a multi-millionaire. He wants us to litigate, so you will litigate. And it will be war.
The sad thing is that actually happens in the bigger city firms. Solicitors can be under a lot of pressure to hit a financial target. I'm not saying that's right, by the way.
Please tell my wife I'll meet her downstairs.
How awkward is this moment? And again, I'm going to let it play, because as a family solicitor, you have to fairly quickly develop a really good relationship with your client. That almost has to be a bond, that you have got their back and that you will help them legally, obviously, get their divorce in an ethical way, really, you know, something that's not going to rip this family apart. Already, because of what he'd done in the boardroom by telling his wife in front of her that he wants a divorce, you can see that Hannah doesn't have much respect for this guy.
Just as a matter of interest, was she given any legal advice, your wife, before she came in at all? No, of course not.
Relationship's going to start off quite cold, quite formal. If it were me, I don't think I could represent that guy.
She didn't know you were going to divorce her today.
To be clear,
No. To be clear, legally, she's entitled to 50%, and if I'm going to represent you, you need to know I play by the book. So if there is anything you are keeping secret, now would be the time to say.
careful, Mrs. Stone. Remember what you said. Take a breath. Bill me for the skirt.
Oh, so disrespectful, so disrespectful. I mean, that is not the start of a good client-solicitor relationship at all. If I were the solicitor in this situation, of course I would be empathetic with the lady that's just found out her husband doesn't love her and she's crying in the bathroom. But more so, I'd almost want to let her know I knew nothing about that. You know, not that she can shift the blame. Her firm is definitely to blame, and she represents her firm for allowing her to walk into the conference room in that way. But almost to, because that lady, Goldie, must be feeling that the whole world's against her. Her husband has just walked her into the lion's den.
You need to get a wet wipe on that. Thank you. Do you enjoy this? Watching people tear themselves apart?
We get asked that a lot as family lawyers. You know, the emotions are running high, and we always get asked that, you know, do you get some kind of kick out of this when you get helping people get divorced? And it's difficult. But I think the thing to remember there is, for the young would-be lawyers that are watching this video, is it's not personal. She's literally reeling from what her husband's just told her.
No. But I trained from an early age. Mrs. Mackenzie, I know you want to run right now, but if I may give you some advice. Get the best solicitor you can afford. Keep swimming past the sharks. You find someone who can put herself in your shoes to give you the divorce she would want if she were to ever find herself there.
Shade.
I'll ask Maggie to pull you up a list.
Hannah Stern is an ethical solicitor. You can tell that she does not feel comfortable in all of this, and deep down she wants to represent Goldie. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I absolutely love that show, The Split. Be sure to check out this channel for more lawyer reacts to that, because I shall be doing a few more for you guys. And until next time, take care. See you back here next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Bye.